take it away.
Take what away?
Take us away.
Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. It must be Monday, 'cause Cougar's on. Mike and John got it going on.
And we're brought to you by Jordan Genso, official Giggle Realtor, community servant, community realtor.
Yeah.
Here we are on Monday, and we're going to talk beer.
Mike and John beer, specifically.
Is it the Mike and John beer or the Mike and John brew? Mike and John ale.
It's not an ale.
Mike and John.
Well,
with a
no,
twist
maybe
of
it is an
cougar.
ale. Yeah, maybe it is an ale.
It's a pale blonde. Is it pale blonde? Is that what it is?
Is it a dirty blonde?
I hope so.
Okay, then. Well, we'll find out from the man who would know, Ethan Whitesell from Eternity Brewing.
All right. Well, that's coming up on the show today.
He's going to join us, and we'll talk about the winner of the Mike and John Brew poll.
Sure, that's an easy way to put it. It just rolls right off the tongue.
Sure it does.
Hey, speaking of rolls, John. What?
Yeah.
A couple of shirts here. Heaven on a roll.
Right.
Cheap product placement. Heaven on a roll.
Only the best cheap product placement.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact...
Why do we have this
All
shirt?
right, so over the weekend,
Yeah.
I went to the food truck rally.
Yeah.
It was in downtown Howell.
They're going, go truck. Go
And I
food.
saw Heaven on a Roll, and I know that Susan had done her review a couple weeks back about it. And I was, oh, yeah. So I stopped in, and I ordered some of the corn nuggets, which are really good.
Corn nuggets.
Corn nuggets, yeah. I was curious. I wanted to know,
they
what is a
little
corn
nibs of
nugget?
corn? Yeah, what is a corn nugget?
You put nugget after anything, you're like, well, that has to be good, right? And it was. Anyway, so I go, hey, and you guys know Susan, and the woman's like, I'm not sure. And then she like yelled in the back of the truck, hey, do you know Susan? He's like, yeah, I know Susan.
No, all the food truck guys said, we know Susan. I was like, wow, that really is a rally.
So Patrick, the owner, came out, and nice guy, super nice guy. And I said, so how do you know Susan? He said, you guys have been playing music for a long time. We used to play music together.
Gosh, yeah, long time. Over 20 years ago.
And he told me some stories. The stories he told me.
We should get to those stories.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, wow.
Okay, but in my defense for the incarceration, it was not my fault.
Incarceration?
Wow.
There's a jail story, apparently.
You didn't tell me that one.
No.
All right, well. So, yeah, anyway,
Oh,
he
he
mentioned,
didn't? Then there wasn't.
he goes, oh, yeah, did Susan get you those shirts? I'm like, what shirts? I'm like, oh, she's holding out on us, huh? So today, I guess she must have known. She brought
Heaven
some
on a
shirts.
roll
Yeah,
shirts.
So, yeah, Patrick, nice guy, heaven on a roll, great food.
Corn nuggets, highly recommended.
Highly recommended, absolutely.
Wait, you didn't say what is it, like a little corn on the cob?
It's no, it's corn in a
cornmeal
in a batter, and then it's fried like nuggets of corn.
Nice.
And it's sweet. So it's kind of, you know what it is? It's sort of like
It's a sweet corn
creamed
nugget.
corn, which normally I don't like creamed corn. Like, who likes creamed corn? Nobody. But if you batter it and fry it,
Then
Then it's
love
good.
it.
thumbs up. So anyway, nice
Sweet.
guy.
It should be then sweet cream corn nuggets.
Sweet cream corn nuggets.
Sweet corn nuggets.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet corn nuggets opening up for Susan.
They had me at nuggets. I they got
anything with a
all
nugget
right,
on
a
sure.
good name.
I'll have some of those.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to talk beer, nuggets. We've also got Susan's review.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our Orchards.
Are nuggets involved?
No.
We'll find
No.
out.
Okay.
Orchards Children's Services. We'll find out who our Kid of the Week is for Match Monday, 2 Cent History. And we'll see if we got a winner in last night's trivia question. But first, a look at local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. A suspect wanted on felony warrants took his own life while barricaded inside a travel trailer in Brighton Sunday evening. The Brighton City Police Department says about 2:30 in the afternoon, officers were investigating a U-Haul truck and a travel trailer that were parked on the north side of the Brighton Meyer store. When they discovered that the registered owner of the trailer, an adult male, had several warrants for his arrest, including one involving a weapon. After coaxing out a female who was inside the travel trailer, communications were established with the male suspect. It was requested he also come out, but after about half an hour, the phone disconnected. A small team of SWAT operators then approached the trailer. They deployed what was described as a noise flash distraction device. They then broke out a window on the trailer using a pole to put a camera inside, and they saw that the suspect was unresponsive. Entry into the trailer was then made, and the suspect was declared deceased due to suicide. During the incident, there were no children involved. That was a rumor that had been going around, but no children were involved in this incident, nor were there any injuries to officers or citizens. Police also made it a point to say that at no time were shots fired by officers or at officers. Legislation sponsored by a local lawmaker was signed into law Saturday by Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Whitmer joined National Guard members, their families, and state lawmakers, including the bill's sponsor, State Representative Jennifer Conlon, to sign legislation that expands the Michigan National Guard State Tuition Assistance Program. Tuition assistance helps with recruiting, retention, and the overall quality of life for Guard members and their families. House Bill 4199 expands eligibility for tuition assistance to spouses and dependents of National Guard members. It also increases the funding cap from $10 to $15 million. With the signing of the bill into law, National Guard families in Michigan will have the flexibility to use the educational benefits that they've earned, said Conlon. The law will fulfill a dual purpose, directly providing opportunities to service member spouses and dependents and tackling the challenge of recruitment and retention head on. Conlon's 48th House District includes Genoa and Hamburg Townships, the village of Pinckney, in the southeast corner of Putnam Township in Livingston County. And students at Heartland High School have chosen their favorite teacher for the 2022-23 school year. Each year, the Heartland High School Student Council sends a survey to students asking them to nominate their favorite teacher for the Golden Apple Award. This year, it went to automotive teacher, Mr. Dan Trehay. I made him a doctor, apparently. He's a doctor of automotive technology. Hello, doctor. Well, he wears a coat. So, students and nominated teacher must give a reason, and at the end of the year, like a technician's
chat on.
Students who nominated teacher have to give a reason at the end of the year, and all those nomination comments are given to all the teachers that are nominated. Among the nomination comments for Mr. Trehay were he's very kind and respectful to everyone. He also is good at remembering names. That's important.
And surnames.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah, doctor. And another student said he learned more useful skills in that class than any other class that they had had. So that's what's going on.
And, of course, news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton starting tomorrow and for 3 days. That's Tuesday, May 23rd through the 25th. It's Cooper and Binkley Jewelers Antiques Roadshow event. This is where if you have old gold, diamonds, silver, bring it in. They're buying. What do you got?
Actually,
tinfoil doesn't count.
No, we do have something.
You got something?
Yeah. We've got Susan's Barbie.
I don't think they're...
You don't think
it is an antique, but I don't think that doesn't fall under gold or silver or diamonds.
Right.
But the Antiques Roadshow style event is going on at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers May 23rd through the 25th. For details, go to their website, cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com. You can find out more on Facebook, or better yet, just stop by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. So over the weekend, you said you went to the food truck rally.
Right.
You had the corn nuggets.
I did.
They were good at Heaven on a Roll.
They were.
Did you try any of the other trucks?
I did, yeah. I tried. There was a crepe trailer. I forgot the name.
Why do they call it crepe when there's no A?
Because it's French. It's French.
Yes.
Those were good.
You had a crepe?
Yeah.
Did all that stuff mix together all right? You had a crepe and corn nuggets?
Trust me. This old
There's a big mixing
this
bowl
iron
there.
horse can handle anything. We've been through a lot together. I've trained this puppy
Years and years.
Yes, absolutely. But the weather wasn't the best Saturday. It was kind of gray and
Yeah. You
cold.
never knew what you were going to get.
Yeah, but we went out. Great turnout. Lots of people there, so it was pretty fun.
All right. And Susan has a review today. What are we reviewing?
I do. It's a local boutique.
A boutique. That too is French, John, just in case you didn't know. A boutique.
I just wanted to follow the crepe.
The
She
crepe and the
spoke
boutique.
French. Oh my!
She's like Mrs. Adams.
She spoke French while holding a Barbie.
Yeah, now why do we have the Barbie?
Well,
that's
remember?
right, yeah.
So we have our stuff table.
Yeah, it's not a junk table. It's
Yeah.
stuff.
So the stuff table is all of our accumulated crap. I mean
Things.
stuff. I mean collectibles.
It's not a crap table.
So we
pick one
We
thing
moved
each
it,
week.
and now we're going to highlight a different item.
And since
Each
Susan's
week.
here, she
Yeah.
recommended her Barbie, who
Right,
has
so-
detachable legs.
Which is a whole different story. We're not getting into that.
What happened to Barbie?
Yeah, we don't want,
Maybe Patrick knows that
we may
story.
not want to know.
Yeah.
Yes, well,
So let's get back to that incarceration.
yeah.
Where did that come from? Did we do any screening when we were? I really didn't, did we?
Check the court
What's her
records.
resume?
Really easy to get into your basement. I don't know.
Come on down.
Oh, it's easy to get in. It's harder to get out.
It is. Just ask Barbie. We took her legs off. So can you talk about the incarceration? What happened?
I can't.
You can't?
No. Still trying to get over that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, who hasn't
Well,
spent
some
the night
digging.
in jail?
We'll get some digging done here. We'll get Richie Brockelman on the case, and we'll find out what's going on. Yeah.
My dad was the mayor. You can
Right.
find
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah, the mayor got her on. Yeah. All right. Sunday night trivia last night brought to you by OG sponsor Firehouse Doors, serving Livingston County for over 25 years with unparalleled products and services. The question read as such: 38% of married men, and you know who you are,
Oh,
who
they
are
know.
in this survey, said they've done this on a weekend when they know their wife is going to ask them to take care of a project or some chore
Right.
around the house. What did they do? 38% said they did this. A lot of great answers.
I don't. Did we get a correct?
I
one?
believe we did
Oh,
get a correct
I did
one.
see. I see that. Yeah, at least.
So the thing for this is we really get to find out about the male psyche, if we didn't already know, on how to get out of doing a project.
Right. And a lot of women chiming in. I think the men in their lives, the excuses they've used.
Now, see, when you know there's a project coming, this is one of the things that I like. And Tim Debbie got this, said going to buy new tools because you got to have the right equipment. You may only use that tool
Right.
for that one job, but it's a great excuse to go.
Yeah, I'm
and
going
get
to head over to Home Depot.
Yeah.
And, you know, one trip to Home Depot is really 5.
That's after you start the project.
Right.
But to begin the project, you know, I'm going to need a nail gun or whatever it is. That's a great guess.
You take your time.
Yeah. Jeff said they already agreed to help out a friend with something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Buddy needs help with his
Sure.
car. We're getting together with Trahey over in Heartland.
Yeah.
Dr. Trahey, that
Well,
is.
you know, I turned on my lawn sprinklers this weekend. And
Did you talk dirty to
Oh, there was some dirty talking. Let me tell you. It was one of them just like popped up and they had a geyser shooting out. I'm like, oh, man. And
I think there was more than man that came in.
yes,
Oh, man. Dags, nabbits.
So and I'm trying to, and I just,
That's
and
a
so,
trip to Home Depot, wasn't it?
Right. So the funny thing was not that long before, my friend Mark had mentioned, he goes, I really love, I want to quote him, I really love working on sprinklers. So I texted him, I said, remember when you said you love working on sprinklers? Well, I have a sprinkler that you're going to love. Yeah.
Made for you.
So he came over, helped me figure this thing out and get it fixed. And then he was saying, like, it was funny because as he was leaving, he goes, well, and I said, God, thanks for spending time doing this. I really appreciate it. I owe you a beer. And he's like, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I said. And he goes, oh, that's okay. It kept me away from working on my sprinklers. So
he loves other people's sprinklers. He's cheating
so
on his home sprinklers.
So we're like, oh, this is, and we sort of, made a pact. They're like, oh, this is what we'll do. We'll use each other as the excuse. Like, oh, I couldn't work on that thing. I was helping John.
John needs a lot of help.
Now, see, that works. Now, if I say to my wife, oh, I can't help, I'm helping Mark around, she's going to be like, no, you're not. You don't know anything about anything.
Watch TV.
Who are you kidding? That won't fly at all. So anyway, yes.
That was not the right answer.
No, that was not the right answer.
It sure led to something. John said plan a day trip. Mary said went to work. Yeah, I got to work. A lot of people said that. Rather than getting out of work at home to go do work at work.
Right.
Or really, maybe.
James just said drink alcohol.
Yeah, well, a couple of people said that, like buy beer,
Right.
that kind of thing. We do recommend Mike and John's new ale.
Madonna said his mother already asked him to do some stuff for her.
Yeah.
I got to go help over at Mom's.
Yeah. So I can't do that.
Fake being sick.
Lori said started their own project. Oh, I'll take care of your project after my project.
Right.
There's my rules.
Dan said made plans to take their spouse someplace fun. Like, hey,
diversion.
honey, yeah, exactly. I need you to work on that. Hey, there's a food truck rally. Okay.
They're only going to be there
You
for
know,
a few hours.
Hey,
But
corn
the
nuggets.
secret is some of us women do that because we know they're going to take us somewhere nice.
Oh,
look at that.
a little
Say, I got a project I really want to get done today.
Strategy.
Hey, how about going downtown hall? All right. Hey.
Good idea, honey. They're really the ones that planned it. Yeah, we know how that works.
Carrie said take a nap. Jeff said golf. Make plans with friends, said Cassandra.
Karen said cut the grass, which is like doing one chore, but that's maybe a chore guys
Sometimes
prefer.
that's, yeah.
Especially if you have like a riding mower. Get
That's
out there with a
tough work.
cold beverage.
Gene said the old, act like you're sick. I'm not feeling so good.
Right.
Yeah, I can't do that until I feel 100%.
So we did have a correct answer.
Yes. It wasn't go poop, Marlene. That'll clear the house.
Well, yeah. I mean, Patty put it more nicely. She said hang out in the bathroom for too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Jim said
Marlene just went with poop.
Jim said fake an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the old.
My knee's acting up.
The hamstring. So was it Pamela?
It was Pamela
Yeah.
who said, hide. She can't find it. It's like hide and seek. Oh, she's coming. Better find a new spot.
Hide in the shed.
It's getting hot in here.
Exactly.
That's when you work out a pail with your sprinkler buddy to
Right.
bring you
See?
food and beverage
There
so
you
you
go.
can hide in the shed.
Exactly.
Successfully. So,
All right, so congratulations.
Pamela is our winner. So
Right.
she will go in this week's drawing.
Right.
The last one of our of Jordan Jensen.
Actually, no, we got two more.
Oh, we got two more.
Two more. 'Cause I
been
forgot that
misinformed.
May goes to the next Wednesday. Anyway, so this Wednesday, this week it's El Arbol Taqueria in downtown Brighton. So we'll be talking with the head chef, the owner at El Arbol, Steve Pylon, on Wednesday. But yeah, that's our business of the week, El Arbol, and all the trivia winners this week will go into a drawing, and on Friday we'll pick them out, and they'll win $100 in gift cards to downtown Brighton businesses, courtesy of show sponsor Jordan Jensen.
We appreciate Jordan's assistance with that and supporting the local businesses in downtown Brighton. And speaking of local businesses, the one that has stepped up for the Walk to End Alzheimer's and the Mike and Jon beer, Ethan Whitesell, joining us from Eternity Brewing.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey, Ethan. Good to talk to you, buddy.
You too.
Have you been following the poll online?
Oh yeah, closely.
All right, so let's talk. You gave us 4 different choices for the Mike and Jon beer, starting with a blonde ale, is it?
Yep, that's right.
And the winner was number 4.
Right. So, I've got the poll results up on the screen. And option 4 was the winner. That was the lemon, peach, and black tea combination. Now, for a while, option 2 had been running pretty hot. And that was the passion fruit, orange, guava, scotch bonnet pepper, which we have questions about. And then option 3 came in third. And then option 1, people saw lavender and they chickened out.
I think so.
So first of all, let's talk about the Mike and Jon Brew winner. That's the lemon, peach, and black tea. That's kind of an interesting combination.
Yeah, I think people are just voting that they're ready for patio season.
Right.
Because it seems to me like kind of an Arnold Palmer, peach Arnold Palmer kind of, the black tea will be subtle, as will the lemon. So, I mean, I think you're going to get a lot of peach. You're going to get a lot of kind of summer vibes to this beer. I think it's going to be really good.
Wait a minute, you're not just dumping Arnold Palmer into the beer and stirring, are you?
No, that's not what we do. We'll do it upright. We'll have real peach and lemon zest. We zest all the lemons ourselves. So if anyone wants to come get a bunch of lemons without zest on it afterwards, we'll have a whole bucket of them.
How does one go about zesting a lemon?
You like shave off the peel.
Yeah, it's like
We let the
almost
expert-
like a cheese grater.
Oh, all right.
That's the zest.
That's the zest.
Zesty.
So
Yes.
you're not zesting.
But
But then you got a bunch of de-zested lemons, which is
Yeah.
still good for
Exactly.
lemons, but
Yeah.
And so now your brewmaster is Ryan, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Now I know when I talked to Ryan, he seems very into these creations. Like he's definitely, this is something that he takes a lot of passion into.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just like you see all of the all of the chefs on TV talking about their palate and different flavor combinations. He's got that same kind of mindset. So he was in the laboratory coming up with these options for you guys before you got there, and these are some combinations that go really well together. So my personal favorite was option 2. So I was kind of hoping that was going to pull through. But the kind of the tropical fruits, the combination there with a little bit of heat. But the lemon, peach, and black tea is going to be a great beer. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be really refreshing. So I think it'll be real popular.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So the Scotch bonnet pepper, and I think so that's a lot of people were asking about that because and I've heard of various beers that have spices in them, but we looked up Scotch bonnet pepper and we realized it's one of the hottest peppers out there. So
have you had a beer with that in it featured at Eternity?
We have not had Scotch bonnet yet. That's why we were kind of hoping it was going to win.
We could have been the experiment.
Okay. That's right. So in hindsight, maybe what we should have put was hint of Scotch bonnet, something that would indicate it's not going to make you run for a glass of milk after.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it would be
beer and milk, not a real great mix.
Yeah, not a great mix at all. Not recommended.
No. Maybe you could brew up a side batch of the Scotch bonnet pepper. The special.
Yeah, there will be a Scotch bonnet beer happening sometime.
All right.
Soon. We just don't have the excuse to do it.
Yeah, that's okay.
So Ethan, do you know if in creating these mixtures, is this something that Ryan kind of takes these ingredients and mixes it together and then takes a little sip of it and saying this would be good for beer? How does he go about determining what would be the best mix to put in?
Well, one of the great perks of being a head brewer is you get to do a lot of R&D, let's call it. And so, there's a lot of other breweries out there, as you guys know, and they make a lot of great beers. And so, kind of just getting the taste and the flavors of what other places are doing and thinking, oh, maybe this beer would taste really good with this flavor combination. And, obviously the really hot peppers are a little bit of not everyone is willing to play in that sandbox. So then it's just thinking what we pair with it. But some of them too are also just classic flavors in other drinks that you don't normally find in beers. So a lot of inspiration too can come from either cooking, which Ryan is, believe it or not, is a pretty big foodie. So combinations from either food or also cocktails. We've had some cocktail beers before that drew inspiration from different cocktails, herbal cocktails and fruit cocktails that, when used in a subtle manner, actually reflect really well in beer.
Right. Well, and that's the great thing about Eternity Brewing is that you get the great selection of different beers, and you're trying different things, and I think folks can come there and get all their favorites, of course, but then try something a little bit different and a little bit adventurous and find out, hey, wow, I really like that.
And I would think having a head brewmaster that is also a foodie, he would have those combinations of what beer might go with what food the best for one's dinner or lunch. Kind of like when you pair up white and red wines with certain types of meats and fishes.
That's exactly right. Yeah, right. Little sneak peek, we're actually releasing a new summer menu in the next few weeks. And that is going to be featured on our menu as a recommended pairing with styles of beer.
All right.
So
nice.
We're looking forward to that. Yeah, absolutely. Because, people don't normally think about beer that way. People think of wine as maybe it's more refined and it's about your palate and how the food you're tasting. But beer could be the same way. And so, as long as you're not just, eating some fries and trying to pair some beer with that or some potato chips, there's definitely combinations that go really well together,
right?
In terms of food and beer.
People don't have to settle for Schlitz anymore.
I don't think I ever settled for Schlitz, John.
they can move up and try the good stuff at Eternity Brewing, especially the Mike and John Brew, which will be featured, of course, on June 1st, Mike and John night. That'll be benefiting the Walk to End Alzheimer's, 6 o'clock, and it's open to the public. Come on out, and that's where people can try the Mike and John Brew. We'll be signing up folks for the Mike and John Walk team for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. So people come on out and they can, sign up, and we'll have some T-shirts for them.
Exclusive walk T-shirts.
And
too.
so this is gonna be a fun night at Eternity Brewing.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it, and really what it is it's a kickoff for June, which is Alzheimer Awareness Month, and so that night they're going to be the Alzheimer's Association is going to be inviting some of their what they call champions, which are their biggest supporters from last year and from this year coming up. So there's going to be a lot of really dedicated, really passionate people there that are invited by the Alzheimer's Association. As well as you guys and all the people that you're going to be bringing in. We've been promoting it, so we're really hoping it's going to be a great success. And so that night we're going to release your guys' beer, and as well we're going to be revealing our charity tap for the month, which will all the proceeds. Or $1 from each beer is going to be going to the Alzheimer's Association directly.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very nice.
Now, we wanted to talk to you about that because, June 1st is the debut of the Mike and John Brew, and that's Mike and John night. Are you prepared for the people that are going to be camping out clearly overnight?
Lined up.
To get their spot in line? I mean, I hope you have security arranged.
Kind of like a Black Friday thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting ahead of the game, but we're going to rent tents.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, we'll give those proceeds to the Alzheimer's Association.
Right. Naturally.
All right.
So-
Ethan, we really appreciate it, and we're looking forard to it. And we're just a couple weeks away here. Not even 2 weeks away.
Less than 2 weeks.
So looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Make
Mike
sure
and John.
everyone out there, spread the word. Spread the word.
Absolutely. No, so we're looking forward to again June 1st, Mike and John night at Eternity Brewing, and as Ethan said, $1 from every beer is going to be going to benefit the Walk to End Alzheimer's Association. It's going to be a great night and kickoff of a great summer at Eternity Brewing. Ethan, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys, for having me again.
Yep, absolutely.
All right,
Anytime.
We'll see you on the 1st, buddy.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, Ethan. One of the things when you think about pairing like wine with a certain food, the best thing about pairing up a beer with it is that you get the burp after and you get the extra taste. You don't get that with wine.
Classic.
I bet
That's
our
true.
beer's
You really
gonna have
don't.
some
You
good
don't
burpability.
You don't chug wine. Well, I guess maybe if if you're chugging wine, maybe you could burp it. But like some MD 2020, you could probably get a belch out with that.
I don't know. There's not enough foam or carbonation. Unless you have
I
foam.
don't know.
Unless you're in one of those sparkling
Well, like
wines.
Boone's Farm. That might get you.
No, that would just be a little burp. Throw up
That's
in
true.
your throat.
More
You're
like
right.
Heartburn.
It doesn't match to a beer. It's,
No, it doesn't. So you'll get that secondary bonus taste when it comes to the beer.
We're nothing if we're not classy.
I'm a first class top shelf right here.
So we're looking forward to that. And thanks to Ethan and all the folks at Eternity Brewing. And as we said, we'll be signing up folks for our Mike and John Walk team. And so everyone that comes out on Thursday, June 1st, will sign up and we'll get them a Mike and John Walk t-shirt.
Our Got It Going On team.
Yeah.
If you've got it going on, you've got to get it going on with us.
Right. And
for the walk.
hopefully this week we'll be able to give a sneak preview of the Walk shirt.
Yes.
That's what
Very
we're shooting for.
Nikki, that's what we're shooting for.
That's what we're shooting for.
All right, so Susan has a review for us, and this is it's we're going French again with a boutique.
Right.
Yes.
A
So-
boutique of Bodicue.
Before we get to the Bodicue, though, we should want to remind folks, of course, we are brought to you by Jordan Genso from Remax Platinum, Community Servant, Community Realtor. And Jordan, of course, helping us out here in the month of May with his Main Street May, picking a different business each week to highlight in downtown Brighton. Of course, they're navigating all these construction and traffic issues, and so he's picked a different business this week. It's LR Bowl, and the winner of trivia this week will be put into a drawing on Friday, and they'll win $100 in gift cards to downtown Brighton businesses. So
And we'll have another trivia question coming up tonight.
So very cool. So thanks again to Jordan Genso, show sponsor. And, of course, you can give him a call at 248-444-9777.
15 years in the business Jordan has as far as real estate goes here in Livingston County. So if you or somebody you know is looking to buy or sell, contact Jordan today. All right, Susan's review, a boutique. What type of boutique?
Clothing. So when I moved to Byron, which for those of you who are not familiar is just a little north of Howell, a few years back, I came across this little gem of a place, and I have gotten many, many pieces from her. It's the Rusted Co-op in Byron.
Oh, is that the Rusted Coop?
No, it's a co-op.
So, yeah, it's just amazing clothing. This is one of them. This is called a shacket.
Oh, wait.
Jacket. It's like a shirt and a jacket all in one.
Yes. I actually
Shacket,
have a
baby.
few of these. They are amazing. But what they are featuring this month is a hoodie, which I'm so excited to get. I ordered it myself, and I'm really excited to be a part of wearing this. But on the back of it, well, on the front, it says, "You matter." And then on the back, it says, "Dear person behind me, the world is a better place with you in it. Remember that. XOXO, the person in front of you."
So nice little inspirational messages.
Yeah, I
She's
just
making
think...
her husband walk behind her all the time now.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think that's adorable. I think we need a lot of little things like this in the world today. So check them out, rustedcoop.com. You can follow her on Facebook. She is in the middle of moving, so right now it is just online orders. But as soon as she gets things up and running again, please check out the location itself. It's adorable. If you do order something online, there is a spot to put a special code in, or coupon code. And if you put hashtag Mike and John podcast, you'll get $15 off
Whoa.
your first order.
Wow.
So definitely check it out. A little bit of everything. Jewelry, purses are amazing. Gift items. It's
It's
great.
mostly for women, though, as far as the clothing,
Mostly,
correct?
there's some gift items, like for Father's Day. I'm sure she'll have something geared towards men. I think there was one last year, like a ball wash. You know
Okay.
what that is? Like
Yeah.
a ball wash.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So,
These aren't for golf balls.
no.
Yeah. I didn't think
No.
Basketballs?
No.
Sure.
It's the ball wash.
If they're basketball size, you got to go see the doctor. You are sitting on a large ball.
All right.
Yes.
And you said what you're wearing now is from the Rusted Co-op?
It is, yes. A shacket.
Shacket.
Yes.
Well, in Michigan, a shacket comes in handy.
It does all year long.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
All right, very cool.
Yeah.
All right. And if a loved one gets you the ball wash for Father's Day, they're trying to tell you
Yeah,
something.
it's like, yikes.
Smell them coming a mile away. Oh, boy.
Honey, you've got some funk nuts.
There is
and,
nothing worse than sweaty balls.
Oh, it was inspired by
hey,
SNL.
speaking of sweaty balls, have you seen our billboard on I-96?
Really?
Seemed like a natural.
That was smooth.
Natural
I like
transition
that.
there.
Yeah, that was good.
Can we take my picture off of that if you're going to go with that? All right. Yes, I have seen that, by the way.
Here, how's that?
Oh, there you go. A little further. Just cut the mic off
Okay.
there. There you go.
All right. So it's just here. Welcome to the new show. It's called and johnpodcast. Anyway,
So a lot of fun with the co-op
well,
coop
sure.
boutique. Because the reason I asked about men's stuff is, in general, most guys don't say, "Hey, you want to take a ride over to the boutique with me?" You really don't hear
Right.
that
No,
often.
you really
should.
don't.
You
You really
should do
don't.
that.
You know, it's like I'm going to the shop.
You could get
The depot.
wonderful gifts for your wives.
But it's I know, but that's why I asked about guy stuff.
Yeah.
So
No, there's not a lot
boutique,
there.
but
That's okay. Ladies need a place. That's where the ladies go hide from their chores.
It is our Home Depot.
You know what? Got a project coming up. I'm going to need something to wear for that.
Gonna have
Like a
to get a
shacket.
good outfit for this.
I'm going to need a shacket for that, and then a hoodie just in case.
Well, sure, of course.
All right. Well, thank you, Susan, for
Yes.
that review. It is time for our Match Monday Teen of the Week or Child of the Week for Orchard Children's Services. And who do we have today?
Yeah, today we're featuring Starina, who goes by Star. Star is 15 years old. She wants to go to college and wants to be a therapist for kids. She's good at supporting and caring for other people. She likes to write letters. She also enjoys coloring, painting, and drawing. So Starina, who likes to be called Star, and that is our Orchard's Children's Services Child of the Week or Kid of the Week. And of course, if you want to find out more, you go to orchards.org, and you can see the various success stories of children that they have placed in their forever homes. And of course, Match Monday is really designed to feature teens, especially, who have a harder time getting placed, looking for that forever home. And these are special kids who really need a home and a family with a heart that would be willing to take them in. And so if you think that might be you, if you just want to ask a few questions, maybe find out more information, again, just go to orchards.org and you can find out more and also find out more about Starina. So again, Star, our featured Kid of the Week for Orchard's Children's Services.
It's time for our 2-cent history lesson on this May 22nd.
It's about time.
All right, it's about time.
It's about time.
For our 2-cent history lesson. May 22nd, it's Buy a Musical Instrument Day.
Nice. Good day.
Oh,
I thought you might play a little something, but all right, never mind.
no. So do you...
I would have had I gotten the show prep prior.
I sent it.
He did send it.
It was,
I see. Okay. Harump. So I just wondered though, for you, Susan,
Yes.
when it says buy an instrument day, so like when guys, I need a new tool, and we head over to wherever to go, get that new tool, and then we end up with 3 things we really don't need but look cool. Do you do that with musical instruments? Like, I think I need a new instrument today.
Kind of. Yeah. I have a spot in our house. It's kind of like my studio, and I've got guitars hanging. And in fact, Craig just made a comment this past weekend that he thought he was going to start buying as many tractors as I have guitars.
He's going to need a bigger room for that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you'll need tools to build that room.
Yes.
What about your Barbie?
I have a lot of Barbies, too.
So you brought the one with the broken legs here,
Yes.
and he kept all the good ones.
Well, because I knew you guys would be messing with it, so it might as well be broken already.
Wow. So, it's National Solitaire Day. Solitaire Day. People play solitaire now on their phones,
Yeah.
their computers.
And they cheat
That's
there,
just
too.
not it.
Let's face it,
Yeah. If you got to cheat to win the solitaire, that's pretty sad.
That's part of solitaire.
Nah.
Yeah, it is. No. You take it all. I always take it all the way to, and then I'm not going to.
Let's see, do I got to shuffle the deck a little bit?
Well, I'm saying
thumb
even on the
through it?
apps, like, of course, in real life you can cheat. But even on the apps you can cheat. There's like a cheat mode.
There is
How sad
not.
is
There
that?
sure is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Take it from the cheater.
Take
He's
it
used
from
to
the
be before. It's World Goth Day. That's why we're wearing black.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get my
Gonna paint our
eyeliner
nails and eyeliner.
I'm so sad.
I didn't get the memo.
So, yeah, I just, 95-degree day, like you're out at Balloon Fest on the asphalt, and you'll see these people in goth gear,
Right.
and you're like, you got to be sweating your butt
Hey,
off in that thing.
Yeah, I have no
goth
doubt.
sweat.
They probably need some ball wash. That's commitment.
It sure is.
You know.
It's commitment to goth.
It sure is.
And it's a National Vanilla Pudding Day.
Ooh, yum.
Pudding.
Today's a good day.
You can buy your guitar and eat some pudding at the same time.
Yay, pudding.
17. Is that Jell-O brand gelatin pudding? At 1761, the U.S.'s first life insurance policy was issued in Philadelphia.
Oh.
First, well, where else would it be? I mean, that was the early beginnings, right? Philadelphia or New York?
Right. They're dead now.
I think
I
so.
assume they cashed it in.
Well, the family did. 1841, Henry Kennedy received a patent for the first reclining chair. Thank you, Hank.
Oh, wow.
Henry Kennedy. Of course, he got the patent. But have you heard of, was he the lazy boy guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Who got the patent for putting the little beer holder in the armrest?
And the cooler.
Yeah, right.
And the remote holder. 1868, the Great Train Robbery took place near Marshfield, Indiana. 7 members of the Reno gang.
No, the old Reno gang.
They made off with $96,000 in cash.
What was the Reno gang doing in Indiana?
Robbing a train.
I guess so.
They got $96,000 in cash, gold, and bonds.
And what was it, 1868?
1868. Can you imagine what that would be worth today?
It's a pretty good haul.
Probably a couple tanks of gas.
That depends on where you fill up. In Brighton, it's so much cheaper than in Hull.
1891, Thomas Edison allowed a few fellow members of the public into his workshop. They said, hey, come on in and check out my latest invention.
Hey, buddy.
It was the motion picture projector.
Wow.
Tommy showed a short movie of a polite man bowing, smiling, waving, and putting on his hat.
It was a tour de force. I laughed, I cried,
Yeah.
it became a part of me.
He was a polite man. Bowed, smiled, waved, put on his hat.
The audience jumped to their feet. Oh my God, that's amazing.
It was so good.
Moving pictures. 1892, Dr.
Rush album, by the
Sheffield. What's that?
I said, Moving Pictures is a good Rush album.
Dr. Sheffield.
Dr. Sheffield.
In 1892. Not Mr. Sheffield. Dr. Sheffield, Fran the nanny. In 1892, who was a British dentist, by the way, Dr. Sheffield, invented the toothpaste tube.
Not
Oh.
the toothpaste.
No.
No,
The tube.
Yeah, what did they have it in before?
Yeah.
It was probably a
box.
jar. You had to stick
Yeah.
your finger in there or dip your toothbrush in. I said, this is kind of gross.
Putting this in a tube.
Put it in a tube,
Yeah.
you squeeze it, and rub it right against the bristles, which have been in one's mouth. Share that tube of toothpaste.
Well,
You don't rub it
Gently.
against the bristles.
gently
Come on.
lay it on top.
Yeah.
Gently.
Now, let me ask you, are you, when it comes to the toothpaste tube, do you just squeeze it wherever, or do you keep it neatly rolled as you use
Well,
it?
it's not like the old Crest days, John, where you couldn't stand it on its cap. Right. You know, you couldn't
Right.
do that. So it does have a little gravitational
Yeah.
advantage.
See,
That's
this-
known as the new tube with the gravitational advantage.
So this is the difference between me and my wife.
You just squeeze
She,
it.
no,
anywhere,
she
don't you?
squeezes it wherever, and I always try to keep it neatly rolled. And then the next time we in there, just right in the middle. I'm like, hey,
Perhaps you need his and her toothpaste, like
I-
my wife and I
right.
do. It causes less fights.
that's true. Work on that.
The Wright brothers patented an airplane on this day in 1906.
Anything come of that?
I don't think so.
They make any money?
They probably didn't. 1931, canned rattlesnake meat went on sale for the first time in Florida.
Yum.
Can you run down to the store and get us some rattlesnake
Oh,
meat?
yeah. That sounds just like
Canned.
abominable.
Yeah.
Canned rattlesnake, man.
I-
I'll eat fresh
Oh, yeah.
rattlesnake.
Get it
I'm
next to
sorry.
spam.
I like to kill my own and fry it
Yeah,
up.
only fresh for me.
You know, that's how they did it when they were on the Oregon Trail, John. They
That's
killed
true.
a few snakes. and-
Right. Then they would die of dysentery.
Well, you know, snake's a bit chewy.
Do you remember the old video game?
Tastes like chicken. Scotsman John
Probably
McKay.
does, actually.
1933, a Scotsman by the name of John McKay.
John McKay. Not,
Reported,
not that.
not Jim McKay.
Not Jim McKay. You're right. I was thinking Jim McKay.
Reported the first sighting of the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh,
Did he? Did he really see it?
no.
I don't think so.
Because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, tell us. There's pictures.
I saw it on In Search of with Leonard Nimoy.
Sure, it was really foggy out.
Right.
And the picture was taken from
Pictures
afar
are
in
always
black and
fuzzy.
white.
You're always like, okay. Never a clear shot.
Yeah. You know, now if you get a shot with a drone flying over that thing, getting a good bird's eye view,
Right.
we might believe you.
Well, they've dropped like a remote submersible into that thing looking for it. And they, of course, didn't find anything.
They should
But
put something that goes underwater, too.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm thinking, though, perhaps the Loch Ness Monster was married and it was hiding from its wife. Wanted to
Had
do
chores
a chore.
to do. You're supposed to go out and scare the people.
Right.
1992, last but not least, Johnny Carson hosted NBC's Tonight Show for the last time after nearly 30 years. What was Ed McMahon going to do after that?
Well, he went to Star Search. Well, he was already doing Star
Yeah,
Search. But
he was two-timing on Johnny, and Johnny didn't like that.
I miss Johnny. I saw some reruns a while back they were on, and they had it was like the best of kind of a deal. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it was an infomercial.
Yeah.
I watched it.
You guys get the VHS tapes, John.
But I started watching it. I was like, I miss Johnny, man. That was some good stuff. All right.
All right, that's our 2 cent history lesson for today.
It is indeed.
Indeed it is.
And speaking of lessons, don't learn the hard way about how to get your vehicle repaired.
Right. If that engine light comes on,
Yeah.
don't think it's just winking at you.
Wink back.
Hey.
Wink, wink.
How you doing?
How you doing? Well, I've been saying how you doing for I don't know what happened.
You turned me on.
Yeah, it's
Take me to Murphy's Family Auto.
That's
is what
your
it's saying.
car knows. And it's saying, take me to Murphy's Family Auto. Of course, they're open Saturdays 8 to 1. Tell them Mike and John sent you. You'll save 5%. And you can check them out online, murphysfamilyauto.com.
Did you tell him about the Mike and John discount?
Yeah. Didn't I?
Just check.
Yeah, you get 5% off. Didn't I,
just
say
wanna
that?
make sure you
I don't
clarified
remember.
that.
I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
All right. Good for you.
Thanks for listening.
Good boy, John.
Good boy, Johnny.
So, all right.
You're going to have some rattlesnake meat after the show today.
Oh, boy. Is it canned or fresh?
It's comes with free corn nuggets.
I'll tell you what. Hold the rattlesnake. I'll take the corn nuggets.
All right, we will be back tomorrow. Tonight, of course, another Monday night trivia question coming your way for a chance to qualify for our Main Street May giveaway with show sponsor Jordan Genso. Look for that tonight on Facebook.
Right. Take us out.
Mike and John got it going on. You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
All right. I said all right.
All right, then.